The reason I'm making this video is because I see a lot of people opening crabs up, which I feel is the wrong way. And a lot of people get discouraged. They only eat a couple crabs and then they stop. And the reason I see for that is they don't know how to pick them out. I've been going crabbing and catching crabs with my family when I was little, all the way up till now. And I think I figured out a good way to pick them out, an easy way, so I don't struggle trying to get the meat out. People get bored, they get tired, they don't want to do it. So this is my method, my way. I hope it works out for you. Try it, see if you like it. If you don't, continue to eat them the way you want. There's no perfect way, there's no right way. It's all about having fun and enjoying the food. So let me go ahead and show you how I do it. The first thing you want to do is lay down some newspaper or some brown paper. I don't have any of that handy right now. It's like butcher's paper, I guess they call it. Then you want to spread your crabs out on the table, like such. Get your dipping sauce. You want to grab a knife. You can use a paring knife or a butter knife. Crab mallet or knocker. There's different types. There's like the broom handle type, I call it. This type, and then they got a couple other variations, but this is the most popular type, the mallet. Even if you get in a pinch, maybe you can go with the big Mac Daddy screwdriver, Craftsman. Works just like a knocker. Also, people use butter knives instead of the paring knives, which you can use that and use the back end to like break open the crabs. And try to use the front end to scrape them out, but it's kind of hard because it's got a big round dull edge on it. This has a pointed serrated edge. This has like a pointed edge so you can get the meat out of chambers. So that's what I go with. Alright, well, let's go ahead and make the dipping sauce for the blue crabs. First we've got Morton's salt, cayenne pepper, any kind you want. A Maryland staple, Old Bay seasoning, apple cider vinegar, any kind, and this is optional. I just started doing this, but you don't have to do that. Put some garlic seasoning in there, garlic powder, and first thing I like to do, go ahead and lay the Old Bay down. Just get enough in there. It's not really a measurement, you just kind of do it to taste. At least that's what I do. The next thing I'm going to do is put the cayenne. I like mine a little spicy, so it's probably a 2-to-1 ratio on that. Maybe 3-to-1, depending. Just a little bit of salt, not a lot, because crabs are already a little salty. And I'm going to put a little sprinkle of garlic, just a little bit. Don't want to overpower everything else. Then the apple cider vinegar. Fill it up, about 3/4 of a cup. Give it a little stir. Tastes good to me. Here's the best way I come across to open a crab. Grab a crab. Also, there's different types of crabs. There's the male crab, and then there's the female crab. The male crab has the monument, shaped like the monument on the bottom. The female crab has the Capitol building. If you've ever been to Washington, D.C., you know what the Capitol building and the monument is. Most people that eat blue crabs are from Maryland, so everyone knows from Maryland. And also the female crab has the fingernail polish on her claws. Just like a lady gets her nails done, crab gets her nails done too. The first thing I like to do is break the claws off, set them aside, pull all the legs out. Sometimes meat comes out, sometimes it don't. Pull all the legs out. There's meat in these little things, little legs. Meat needs the little legs like this. But a lot of people don't fish them out because there's very little meat. And now what you want to do is you're left with this, the body of the crab. You want to go ahead and peel out this, so I have the knife. And you want to rip off that, like that. Then what you want to do is take your forefinger and your thumb, stick it here, and then take your other thumb in that little gap right there and peel it open. Now you got the top off, and this is what you have. Now you want to break these off, these little feeler things. These are like the lungs or gills, or people call them devil's fingers. You just scrape them off with your thumb, forefinger, whatever. Then what I like to do is take this, there's two little bones right here, not bones, there's two little shells right here, pieces of shell. I break them off. It just makes a clean crab. Now, a lot of people, they'll sit there and they'll cut right down the middle, and then they'll start to try to fish out the meat. That's where I see a lot of people go wrong, and it drives me nuts. But, I mean, to each his own. But what I like to do is I like to come down right on the side of the angle like this, open it up, flip her around, do the same thing on the other side, open her up, and this is what you got. It's almost like a book, like opens up like a book. And as you can see, all the meat's in chambers. It's very easy to scrape out now. And if a lot of people open their crabs this way, then they would have no problems, and they would just continue to eat more and more crabs and enjoy more and more crabs. So you just rake your thumb or your finger through, pull all the meat out. There's a ton of meat in there. And if you got the knuckles here, you can cut them off with a knife. Or if you got the knuckles here, you can just break them with the thumb and pull them off. Whatever you want to do, whatever's easiest. But all the meat comes out easy. Set this aside and I'll show you how to open a claw now. Some people, they sit there and they cut through the claw like right in the middle, and you don't have to do that either. Just break it in half. Sometimes the meat comes out on this. This time it didn't. You take the back end here, just put your knife right in the middle, take your trusty knocker, give it one or two hits, turn your knife, and just break it. Now you can just scrape out the meat out of the chambers, whatever meat you got. Scrape it right out like that. The next thing I want to show you is how to open the claw. If you notice, the claw has like a joint right here, like a little hinge. That's usually where I like to stick my knife, right behind that joint. Also, there's a more rounded side, and there's a more concave side. I like to hit it from the concave side. And what I do is I go ahead and put it down, give it a hit. Got it right there. You can maybe jiggle it, wiggle it, whatever. Pull it right out. All the meat came out. And now you got a nice little crab meat popsicle. And you go ahead and dip it in the sauce. Yummy, yummy. And that's my little video of how to open blue crabs in Maryland. I hope you like it, and let me know in the comments below how you like it, and if it works out better for you. If you have a better method, let me know that too, because I like to try it also. Thank you.